Okay, hey everyone. So I want to have a really important conversation with you, and you're going to feel probably some of my fire and passion in this because I'm really passionate about sustainability within the plant kingdom, and it genuinely hurts my heart to continuously see multi-level marketing, multi-million-dollar essential oil companies advocate for the ingestion of essential oils, improper uses of essential oils, and all of these things. And so I'm just gonna get really real in this video with you about what's happening here. And please share this video because it's really important that this information just gets out and that people know what they're doing when it comes to essential oils. And first, I'll just share that there's a difference between a wellness advocate and a clinically trained herbalist. There is a difference. Wellness advocates, majority of the time, are not trained in botany and anatomy and physiology and phytochemistry and therapeutics and botany. I think I said that already. But it's for me personally, as an extremely passionate plant woman, and I have an extensive scientific background in anatomy and physiology, kinesiology, mechanics of movement, body systems. I have such a fascination with the body. And as an herbalist, I also really enjoy learning different extraction processes and alchemical processes and kind of understanding the way that the phytochemistry and medicinal constituents of plants interweave with the body system so beautifully, and in which solvents are they more beneficial, and all of these things. And so I just need to have this conversation with you all. And so first I'll kind of what do I want to go over? Why you shouldn't be ingesting essential oils. This is a big thing in the world. I saw this influencer woman put in a couple drops of basil or oregano in her pasta sauce, or how doTERRA and Young Living are literally encouraging putting lemon in your water, or peppermint in your water, and lavender in your lattes. And it's just these essential oils. Moving forward, please think of essential oils, even just change the name to highly concentrated plant extracts. Essential oils are 80 times more concentrated than dried plant material. Okay, and there's so much alchemy within the medicine of essential oil. Okay, and I'll get there. But something that I really need to talk about first is just how this straight up ingestion of essential oils can be literally toxic to your liver, to your kidneys. Everything that you're putting in, it goes straight to your small intestine through your microbiome. So not only is it messing up your microbiome, it's going right, it's being absorbed into your small intestine, and it's can be literally wreak havoc in your body if you are ingesting essential oils on a daily basis. Do you maybe not you specifically, I'm just talking about in general, do you think about it? It's do you know how satisfying it is to go to your local farmer's market and grab a Meyer lemon? If you live in California, go purchase a Meyer lemon from your local farmer's market and squeeze it in your water in the morning. The amount of life force that just comes from a literal lemon in your water versus a drop of concentrated plant extract, which brings me to the point of it takes tons and tons and tons of plant material to just produce a small bottle of essential oil. I think the number with rose essential oil, it's 250,000 rose petals to make a 5 milliliter bottle of a regular bottle of essential oil. 250,000 rose petals. To make a lemon balm essential oil, you need 60 pounds or something like that. Look into these statistics of how much plant material it takes. And when companies that are multi-million-dollar companies are making it seem like they're integrity with what they're doing and in sustainability and organic, it's just not true. It's not true. How on earth can that be sustainable? It's just not. These multi-level marketing companies are literally buying from the global market. They're sourcing from the global market. And they're also supporting the monocropping plantations. They're literally supporting monocropping. They're not supporting diversity within ecosystems, right? It's there's just so much to this, and there's landslides in India from over harvesting. Like, sustainability and harvesting is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And I just want people to know that, yes, doTERRA oils are not organic. They're not. It's like, there's essential oil companies I'm going to recommend in a second that I would love for you to support. But when we talk about essential oils and how highly concentrated medicine that they are, it's really important to know that you are not going to achieve like a super healthy state of being by ingesting them. You're only going to be creating more toxicity in your body. And there are exceptions in a way. Like, I mean, the other day I heard an herbalist say like, oh, you can ingest them in moderation. And I personally don't agree with that. I don't think it's necessary at all to ingest essential oils. Oregano oil, for me personally, the only time I have ingested essential oils is oregano oil, like a couple drops before when it literally feels like my body is about to start really fighting an infection or whatever. But I haven't even done that in 2 years, but those are the kind of like there's a time and place for essential oils in medicine. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that essential oils are not water soluble. So even if you're putting them in your drink, they're only going to stay afloat on top of the water, and they're not water soluble. Okay, so proper uses of essential oils, okay? Aromatherapy is so medicinal. It is so medicinal to diffuse essential oils in the air of where you live and or wherever, anytime, because the olfactory, like your olfactory system directly affects the limbic system of your brain, and it can literally in turn create sexual arousal, regulation of hormones, regulation of circadian rhythms. It can kill pathogens in the air, it can kill viruses in the air, it can kill, that's funny, and it can there's just so many benefits to just inhaling, through your olfactory senses. There's so much medicine that can be so beneficial to your digestion, to your respiration, like all of that through just simply diffusing them, or aromatherapy sprays as well. And I advocate for that. Like smell, and it's kind of how I talk about incense as well, and why I took a really deep fascination with incense crafting, because it's such a beautiful way to, for me personally, spiritually, it's this like awakening my cellular DNA to this remembrance that it just like awakens me. It awakens me to memories that I didn't even know I had, and my point is, it's just aromatherapy is a really beautiful way. Also, I keep essential oils in my herbal first aid kit, or if I have a pimple or something, anything red hot, itchy, and inflamed, doTERRA has like a recipe on their website for like, On Guard immunity pancakes or something for children, which has oils in it like cinnamon and thyme and oregano, and just so deeply concentrated, high in volatile compounds, essential oils that are being put into children's body like that. Do not give your children essential oils. If you wanted to put them on topically because they got a bug bite or whatever, if you don't have a salve, which would be my recommended way to deal with that. But if you have, a lavender or tea tree, just dilute it in some oil, There's some cases for adults, I don't think it's necessary to, lavender, if I have a bug bite, I just put that on meat, on my skin, There's herbalists who are going to tell you to dilute it first. For me, I think lavender and helichrysum and rose geranium, there's some that are okay to put on meat, but this is, and a lot of them aren't, and it's like, it really is up to discernment, education, understanding kind of your biology and also phytochemistry, because these are compounds that we're working with, What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, like you guys saw my post about making this super sexy body butter, I put Lang Lang and rose geranium essential oil in that to like rub all over my body. And I'm not putting a whole bottle of essential oil in there, but for topical application, it's so beautiful. I just added some drops to my facial oil as well. Like I use it in topical medicine, even though I don't even think that that's a necessary thing to do. You know, if you want to infuse rose geranium in oil itself and use it on your skin, like do that, you know? This is just a conversation where I'm trying to shed light on the importance of knowing what you're doing with essential oils and why the sourcing is so important. And when companies are telling you one thing, that's just not the truth. Like, that's what hurts my heart, because there's people out there like you guys that just want, you know, want to be healthy and like want to be on this path of wellness. And then there's these like wellness advocates that are feeding into colonized, capitalistic kind of ways of, capitalizing on our earth medicine, without educating you properly on it. You know, it's, you know, my heart hurts, but I think this is, you know, this is a really important conversation for me to have with you, because obviously I got some fire about it. Don't support any essential oil companies that are going to promote the ingestion of them. You know, and I also have compassion. Like therefore, like some of the blends that doTERRA and Young Living and whatever uses, like they smell so heavenly, right? Like there's some really good plants that they've mixed in and just smell so divine. And also, I'm just going to ask you to choose a different, smaller scale essential oil company that you can support with your aromatherapy, or your massage oils or whatever you're creating. Just don't ingest them. Like, go please get some real fresh basil, or even just plant it on your windowsill and put that kind of basil in your pasta. Like, who doesn't want fresh basil or oregano in their pasta? Instead of like a highly concentrated plant extract that's coming from a completely unethical, not fair trade source, you know? Like, dang. If you are more curious about the sciences of essential oils, just DM me, and I'm so happy to give you a few books that I'll recommend on that, and also some companies that I think you can support. Pause. Actually, perfect example. You know, cut up cucumbers and put them in your water. You know, lemon slices, orange slices, grapefruit slices. You know, like, or put a few lavender flowers in some cold water and then strain them after 10 minutes. You have like a nice crisp lavender water, instead of like putting a highly concentrated plant extract right in your body to ingest. Like, your mucosa is not going to be down. It's just a toxic situation, you know? And, you know, use your discernment. You know, people are gonna have different opinions than me. This is just my opinion. Thank you for listening. And Floricopia is an essential oil company that I'm going to shout out right now that I really love. They have an essential oil called Spirit that I really love. Just please support them. If you want essential oils, Essential Oil Wizardry, totally. Simpler's Botanicals as well. I don't know if Heritage bought them out or not. I have to look into that more, but I have like 10 essential oils from Simpler's Botanicals, which started at my herb school a while ago, and just the quality of like small scale essential oils are just so beautiful. Just, you know, and if you're not sure about an essential oil company, just send them an email, ask them questions, or give them a call. Like, just be aware and be cautious. Don't try to just like jump on this bandwagon of essential oils and think that you're, you know, or like gonna be healthy because of it. It's just, and it can totally improve the quality of your life through different methods of application, right? I think I'm just, you know, just passionate about people just not ingesting them. Pangea as well, Pangea Organics and Aromaflor. Those are essential oil companies that I'll recommend to you. Thank you for hearing my passionate, fiery rant on just be really mindful about sustainability and sourcing. Like, I might even just try to, you know, I want a job where I can like check people's sustainability and sourcing. You know, if you see Palo Santo and white sage and things on the tables at farmers markets and stuff, go ask them where they source it, and do it compassionately, but just ask questions to people, because these are important things to ask, you know? It's like Urban Outfitters now. Okay, I mean, I can talk for a really long time, but I love you. Thanks for listening.